life I barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My birth, it is an omen. Lay me down up in the ocean until you see no motion. Right now I can.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel Lewis, and today we're going to be talking about the difference between core strength and just having aesthetically nice abs. You see, the difference is that when it comes to core strength, it involves the entirety of your core, between your abs, your obliques, your back, your hips, your chest. Entire core strength is a very essential part of just being an overall better athlete, while abs is just an aesthetic. It's just something that you can just prove that you can either get through very rigorous dieting, through a lot of ab training, but it doesn't really translate to anything beneficial. Now, don't get me wrong, abs look great on most individuals, but just because you have six-pack abs does not mean that you have good core strength. Now, before we get any further into the video, make sure you leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and first, we have a 3-mile run scheduled for today, so we're gonna go on our run real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about the difference between core and ab strength.
Internet replace your mother. You leaving homies on red. It's no wonder all your friends dead. Jealousy was a centerpiece, so my best friends turned to enemies. Sabotage my identity. Why they wanna treat me like a Kennedy? They wanna affect the legacy, protect the heart. I cut off the extreme.
Hold on, guys. Pulling out fucking David Goggins out here right now, talking to you guys while I'm running. We're on the final stretch of our 3-mile run, and since we're able to keep a conversation, I felt like it was a good time for me to just kind of talk to you guys real quick about the importance of core strength. I'll make it quick just because I don't want to carry this on longer than I'm supposed to, but having good core strength is just an essential, whether you're squatting, deadlifting, running. Runners can find good stability in their core. A lot of times when you're doing your squats and your deadlifts, believe it or not, having good core strength is essential for getting those big lifts off. So just the importance of core strength is way undervalued in comparison to just having six-pack abs nowadays. So don't get me wrong, six-pack abs look great, but I would take a good core strength any other day, just because I know that it translates to better performance in the gym, running, and just overall athletic performances. So I'm gonna finish this run up and I'll catch you guys in a second. To be honest, guys, I don't know what frustrates me more: having to pause my run, put down my GoPro to get B-roll of me running, or overshooting my run and having to run an additional 1.5 miles because I ran too far. So I don't know. We're finally back home, and of course I had to run back home, because if I had walked, maybe it had taken like about 30 minutes to an hour. So we're back home. I'll catch you guys inside.
It's too late to shut it down. Over the mountain now, burning the valley down. I don't know where my mind is, don't even know what time is. Somebody stop the virus. Room full of bodies, but nothing but silence. Yeah, I'm quiet, but fuck all that shyness. Go crazy, turn this bitch into an asylum. You fly, but we ain't looking for pilots. I never back down to a tyrant, it's highness.
So as I mentioned earlier, guys, just because you have a six-pack does not mean that you have great core strength. Now, there are people who have six-packs who have fantastic core strength, but there's also people who have six-packs who have terrible core strength. The reason I say that is because, as the old saying goes, abs are made in the kitchen, and the reality is that six-packs are made in the kitchen. That's because if you're able to get your body fat percentage to a certain level, if you're able to get as lean as possible, then naturally you're going to be showing off six-pack abs. But that does not mean that you have great core strength, because ultimately you can work on your rectus abdominis, which is it's like this section of your abs, right, every single day and develop great overall abs. But that doesn't mean anything if your obliques, your back, and your hips, and as well as your chest, are just weak overall. But so I do want to show you guys a few exercises that you guys can do back home. I suggest that you guys do these things about 2 to 3 times a week, just to help develop your overall core strength. It's nothing too long, it's nothing too crazy. It's just something that just helps complement your training. And these are things that you can just do simply from your house, especially now if you're in quarantine. It's just something super easy, something super simple to do. The first movement, and it's probably a staple again in most core training, planks. Holding this position for about a minute, keeping your core tight. And when I mean your core, I mean your back, your obliques, your rectus abdominis, your hips, as well as your butt cheeks. Keep them tight and keep this position for about a minute. Do about 3 or 4 rounds. And trust me, your core strength will start to develop. Now, if you're advanced, you can do certain movements like transitions, where you go up, and then back down, up, down. You can also do things like, to really incorporate your obliques, You go up in the up position. Knee to elbows are great not only for your core, but your obliques. Now my recommendation, as I mentioned guys, is to do all these movements about 3 or 4 rounds, whether for a minute, whether you do for reps. Just make sure you start implementing these things. Having great core strength goes a long way, and I think that with these movements you definitely will feel a lot big of a difference in your, just not overall your abs, but your entire core, especially when you start to train. It's like working out any other muscle group. You need to work on your core to help complement everything else that you do within any type of training. Another way to target your core, keep your arms on the side and raise. Now if you're really advanced, you do a hollow rock. Now even me, these are tough. You see how the core is shaking? That's how you know it's engaging. Make it a little bit easier by lowering your body. Now this next movement, I'm not gonna take credit for it. I learned this from Shaun T in Insanity, and this one absolutely fucking burns, but you feel your entire core engaging when you do this movement. So check it out. So you're gonna sit down as you normally would, as if you're doing a Russian twist. You're gonna bring your body back and just hold this position right here. If you wanna make it a little bit more advanced, or if you wanna do some extra accessory work, side to side. I mean, as you guys can see, even just doing these core exercises make you sweat, and it pushes you because, not for nothing, but if you're doing it right, you're gonna feel it around your entire body. The next movement I wanna show you guys is actually more balance work, and it doesn't involve as much like core movement, but it still involves a lot of stability. Your hips, your glutes, and your core still have to be actively engaged to perform this movement. You're just gonna balance on one leg and fly like as if you were Superman. Now, if you guys really want to target your obliques, there's a few movements you can do aside from just the planks that I showed you and the C-sit Russian twists, but these are just a little bit more simple. It's also a plank variation, just sitting on the side. Now I know like a lot of these movements probably seem basic, and that's probably because they are. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, these are the essentials to just core training. But believe it or not, a lot of people neglect these type of movements and they don't perform them. So now that we've completed our run, did some post-workout stretches as well as some core exercises to help supplement our training for today, of course we have to end our workout with a post-workout shake. So we have a protein powder, some almond milk, and it's perfect just for something light on the stomach, just something to just help our muscles recover before we actually have dinner a little bit later. But that is where I'm gonna leave this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.